was super nervous today to make sure these microphones did work and go live, and everything looks like it's worked for a change. Although at the time in which I hit the go live button, YouTube didn't pick it up for ages. But we're here on this fine Wednesday evening for the 40k show. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful humans. And if you want to do me some incredible favors, then please, if you're watching live or on demand, hit those magical YouTube buttons. Like it if you like the stream. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every time we go live. Of course, the other way you can be notified when we go live is if you're a member of the Great Hall in Discord, like a lot of you beautiful people in chat are. !member if you want to become a member, !, Discord if you are a member and you haven't already joined us in the Great Hall Discord server. You guys are incredible. How are we all doing on this fine Wednesday evening? I must confess, I'm incredibly tired. I've been in 8.5 hours of meetings today. I know that doesn't sound like someone who works for himself, but some of us don't like to just put out one video and call that a week's work, right? So I've been in a lot of meetings. I'm incredibly tired, and I must confess, I almost didn't want to do tonight's stream. But I can't not provide you content. I can't not bring you in for the last stream of May 2023. Where the fuck is this year going? Quite frankly, people. And an interesting set of rules releasing today. We'll go through the Imperial agents for their rules. We're ready for this. We're ready for this. I've put Vindicators are terrifying. I've not actually Vindicators are terrifying. I've not actually read the rules at all. I've got Imperial agents. I've not even read the rules yet. It's clickbait, innit? It's clickbait. How are we though? How are we doing, chat? In a brief moment, we're going to bring up the Imperial agents rules. We'll have a read through. We'll see if Vindicators are in fact terrifying. Dave, thank you for the 2 to kick us off. Give my Bella a shout. Tell her to tidy her room. Well, she's too busy making slime, Dave, right? Too busy making slime. I'm very excited about Imperial agents. I can do my Inquisitor army. I am planning, says Umbra. Well, do we wait for some chats and some gifted memberships to come through, chat? Or do we just jump straight into Imperial agents and hope that comes at the end? Which do we do? What should we do? 8.5 hours of meetings. Ugh, it wasn't nice. Fucking sniping. Let's have a look then, shall we? Should we do that already? Just do that already, right? Let's not wait for gifts and stuff and what have you. Let's just go straight in at Imperial agents rules. Okay, I haven't read these yet. This is one of the first times in a long time where I actually haven't read the rules before I'm going to show you. Tyler, thank you for the gifted 1. Kicking us off already. You're a hero. Screen share. Imperial agents faction focus. Let's just make sure all the mics are working. We are good. Let's bring that down. Imperial agents faction focus. Dominion, as vast as the Imperium, requires all kinds of agencies to keep it running, from the fastidious scribes and accountants of the Adress Administratum to the void-faring Imperial Navy. Most of these organisations maintain their own cadres of professional troops when things get dicey on their own patch. These are the Imperial agents, a disparate collection of house troops, irregulars and specialist operatives, sometimes seconded to other parts of the Imperial war machine when their expertise may prove useful. The Inquisition are perhaps the best known of these disparate agencies, a group whose absolute unquestionable authority to prosecute the judgment on the citizens of the Imperium. I really want new Inquisitor models. Today's faction focus will be a little bit different, as Imperial agents aren't designed to operate as a faction in their own right. You'll find no detachment rules, stratagems or enhancements in this index. Instead, their units get to hang out with other Imperial armies where their diverse skills can help mitigate a force's potential weaknesses. If you need a squad of Iobite's infantry scuttling between the feet of your Imperial Knights, or deadly assassins removing high-value targets ahead of your Cadian gun line, use the Imperial agents have you covered. Okay. How many of Imperial agents you can include in your Imperial army determine on the battle size, and character and retinue units have their own allowances, so you'll never have to choose between Inquisitor Greyfax and her henchmen. As assigned agents, they won't benefit from that parent faction's army rule or detachment abilities, but their presence alone is a worthy trade. So if you have the Imperium keyword, you can include agents of the Imperiums in your army even though they don't share the faction keyword. The maximum number of agents of the Imperium units you can include in your army depends on the battle size as shown below. So for most of us, Strike Force, 2 characters, 2 retinue units. In addition, you cannot select a Vindicare assassin, Calexis assassin, Eversor assassin or Calidus assassin to be your warlord. Unit spot, oh, they have straight away. I got lucky, chat, with the title. I was hoping they show the Vindicare. I was actually thinking they would use the model from the Warhammer TV version because it's cooler, right? But it looks like they've just used a standard one. We got lucky here. Since every unit is equipped differently, we'll be looking squarely at the data sheets on offer today. First billing goes to the undisputed master of marksmanship, the Vindicare assassin. The last word in long distance problem removal, their unparalleled accuracy makes them a nightmare for characters who think they're safe hiding amongst their bodyguards. And with the lone operative rule, they can stay safely away from enemy forces who need to get within 12 to even start shooting back. 7-inch move is decent, toughness 4 is standard, a 6-up save meh, 4 wounds is okay, leadership 6, objective control 1, let's face it, you're not using Vindicares to hold objectives. So he has infiltrators, lone operative, and stealth. So he's -1 to hit when you do get within 12 inches, but you have to be within 12 inches to shoot at him. Not sure what infiltrators means. Deadshot. Each time this model makes a ranged attack, if a critical hit is scored, typically a 6, add 3 to the damage characteristic of that attack. After this model has resolved its range attacks, select one enemy unit that is hit by one or more of these attacks, and that unit must take a battle shock test. Okay. So each time after this model, so even if you don't get a critical hit, they still take a battle shock test. That's tasty. Shield breaker. Once per battle, when selecting targets for this model's Exodus rifle, it can fire shield breaker round. If it does until the end of the phase, each of the model with this unit makes an attack with that weapon. No saving throws of any kind can be made against that attack, which will include invulnerables, with the exception of mortal wounds. Is this the first time we've seen a rule that ignores vulnerable saves? Interesting. Let's have a look at said Exodus rifle. Right, the pistol's the same basically but smaller. Devastating wounds, ignores cover, heavy, precision. So he hits on 2s. Heavy means that he gets +1 to hit. So if something makes him -1 to hit, guess what? He still hits on 2s. He's strength 7. Interesting, he doesn't have any kind of anti-infantry. He's AP -3 and he's D3 +3 damage. But the AP -3 is irrelevant when you put on Shield Breaker and you turn off all saves. And if you score a critical hit, you add 3 to the damage characteristic. Imagine if you rolled a 6 to hit and a 6 to wound. If you rolled a 6 to hit followed by a 6 to wound, you do D3 +6 mortal wounds. That is actually pretty terrifying, chat. That's actually quite scary. He looks not too bad. 4-up invulnerable save, but no armor save. I like it. I like those rules. He's cool. Inquisitors take more of a supporting role on the battlefield. They're capable fighters, but they're still only human and don't appreciate being placed in too much danger. The paramount ability of the standard Inquisitor, insofar as there is such a thing, is Power of the Rosette. This gives a high chance to refund 1 command point spent on a stratagem for their unit, and since they can join any Imperium battle line infantry unit, the possibilities for cut price stratagem activations are endless. So nothing I have a combi weapon, a pistol. Shockwave is a devastating move. Psychic weapon, 2d6. Auto flamer at strength 3 -1 damage. Not terrible. A force weapon. Strength 5 -2 d3 for the force weapon. Looks decent. Okay. Authority of the Inquisition. While this model is leading a unit, it can embark with any transport that its bodyguard can embark with. That's quite nice. Power of the Rosette. Each time you target this model's unit with a stratagem, roll a d6 on a 3+, you gain a CP. While this model is leading a unit, models in that unit have the Feel No Pain 5+ against mortal wounds. And his psychic got the psychic gifts, the psychic keyword. That's quite a nice data sheet actually on the whole. I don't dislike it, because that stratagem, if you can apply it to any Imperium battle line unit, I mean that means there's going to be Space Marine units you can join this Inquisitor to use as well, which is quite tasty. If your long range forces need a bit of supplementary close range firepower, give the dependable Imperial Navy breaches a call. Their diverse army packs a respectable punch whether they're shooting or fighting in close combat, and as a skilled breaching team, they're even better when attacking enemy units holding objectives. They can easily claim as their own thanks to an objective control characteristic of 2. Okay. A lot to unpack here. We're not going into details. They look like they're basically guardsmen with some extra guns. Each of them makes an attack, reroll a wound on 1 if the target of that attack is an enemy unit within range of an objective marker. You can reroll the wound instead. So you reroll wounds of 1. If they're in range of objectives, reroll all wounds. But you know, there's fewer rerolls this time round. The bearer has a 4+ invulnerable save. They've got a shield. They've got grenade. Okay, they look fine. They look okay. You may even be lucky enough to be graced with the presence of one of the most renowned heroes of the Imperium, with Inquisitor Eisenhorn, Inquisitor Cotius, and Lord Inquisitor Draxus, and everyone's favourite mech-riding fanatic Inquisitor Karamazov, all returning. Inquisitor Greyfax has been at the forefront of the Inquisition's most recent witch hunting wars, and can deploy her Psyoculum to fashion even basic infantry into potent anti-psycho force. Greyfax looks normal. Again, 6-inch move, toughness 3, 3-up save. Pretty standard, right? Leader, so it joins. While this model is leading a unit, you can get in transport. While this model is leading a unit, range weapons equipped by models that unit have the anti-psycho 4+ ability. That's pretty tasty. Each time an enemy unit that is within engagement range of one or more units with this ability is selected to fall back, models that unit must take a desperate escape test, even if the unit was battle shocked. Even as if the unit was battle shocked. Desperate escape tests. When doing so, if the enemy unit is also battle shocked by other means, subtract 1 from each of those. Oh, that's quite tasty. So it's not bad at all. A condemn stave, anti-character 4+ devastating wounds, precision. That's terrifying. So she has one attack with an 18-inch range, but she can pick characters out. She hits on a 3, and if she wounds said character on a 4+, she just flat 3 mortal wounds. Pretty tasty. They can demonstrate anti-psycho 2+, devastating wounds, precision, rapid fire 1. I mean, these aren't too shabby. Okay, these aren't too shabby at all. And then some words from the studio. Foremost says allies for Imperial Army, blah, 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 blah. Boring. Boring. I mean, they look fun, right? They look okay. They look all right. I think the out of all of those, the Inquisitors look okay. The Breaches look kind of meh. The Vindicare looks like he's could have possibly see a lot of play, right? He's probably going to see a ton of play at the Vindicare. So I just need to make sure everything was back to normal before I just fucking hell, chat. What's going on here then? Okay, right. Tyler, we said thank you to the 1. Soups, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. You absolute fucking legend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Will, thank you for the 2. Just got in, sat eating dinner. Perfect timing. You are very welcome, sir. On purpose. Chris, thank you for the 2. Did you get your parcel today? I did indeed. Thank you very much. It is in the studio, ready for Joe to get excited about it tomorrow. You're a hero. I appreciate you. Zeno, thank you for the gifted membership. Rosanero7847, thank you for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gifted memberships. Zeno, thank you for the next gifted 1. You're a hero. Ben, thank you for the 350. Reed Kingmaker this week. Vindicare is fluffy as fuck. I mean, a Vindicare should be terrifying though, right? Should be terrifying. But thank you so much for the 13 gifted. I can add that to our total for tonight. I changed Ginger Steve's total because it was silly from 3,000 to 2,000. It's still a pretty silly total considering it ends tonight. The chances of 174 gifted memberships in a night is basically 0, right? Basically 0. But it is significantly more likely than the ridiculousness of Ginger Steve's target of 3,000. Don't know how it decides who to gift. It doesn't. It's just random. Here was a 10th ed game today. Here was a 10th ed. Oh, Warhammer TV, but not Warhammer TV. Warhammer Plus supposedly launched a game. A lot of people that I've looked at have gone, or a lot of people that I've seen talking about have gone, don't watch it. It's not worth it. Ginger Steve says, boo. Are you gifting 1,000 memberships in a night, Ginger Steve? I bet you're not. I used to run a Vindicare when they were playable in my Grey Knights army. Looks like chance to make a new one for 10th. 100%. 100%. Vindicares look tasty. I'm actually kind of my favourite assassin. I'd like to know what your favourite assassins are. My favourite, personally, is the Calexis. I want him to be equally as terrifying to Psyches. I'm very, very, very likely. I'm very excited to see what they can do. But I like the Calidus. I like the Eversort. I just love the assassins. The only thing that makes me sad is that you're limited to 2 characters and 2 retinues for Strike Force, so I can't run all 4 assassins, which I'd love to do because I just think it's super cool. Take a look at all their leadership scores. Thank you for the 2, Steve. I didn't look at their leadership. 6+ for the Vindicare, 6+ for the Inquisitor, 8+ for the Breaches. Greyfax is a 4+. I mean, Greyfax's leadership is low, right? That's not bad. Does it tell us what we're getting tomorrow as well? Space Marine chapters? What's all this then?
Glad to see Vindicares getting a glow up. Mine was completely underwhelming in my last game. Mind you, that might have something to do with me forgetting he existed for the first 2 turns.
Yeah, I guess if you don't roll anything for him, Soups, he can't fail, but he also won't be successful. Steve, thank you for the gifted 5. You're a hero. Already on 18 members. Just another 1,169 to go to keep Ginger Steve happy. All GW back wraps are too scripted and it makes him even sucker. Yeah, I mean... do you know what, right? I cannot confirm that they are in fact scripted. I have no idea, right, if they're scripted or not. But they certainly come across that way. And I think it's a genuine shame because they're promoting a game that part of the reason a lot of us love it is because it's a random D6 game that they then script. Right? So, but that's then no longer a random D6 game. So why would you script it? I want exploding Eversaws, 100%, yeah. Greyfax has a better leadership skill than Girly Man. Good. Good. Because Rabute's a knob. Prove me wrong. By the way, I know it's midweek, but I opened a fresh bottle of mead and accidentally poured that much into my glass straight away, into my mug. I know it's a Wednesday, but it's been a long fucking day, and I needed a bastard drink, so I'm hoping you guys keep me company for the hour and a half I'm here, because I was just going to go to bed instead. Sandy, thank you for the 5. This sort of shit will keep me going. This sort of stuff keeps me going. If everyone in chat gifted 5, I'm just saying. We might hit Ginger Steve total. So what do we think? Do they look like they're going to blow the world away? They look okay. They look all right. Right, the Vindicare does look good. I think the Inquisitors look average, to be fair. I think the Vindicare looks good, but what we don't have is his points. If the Vindicare does that at 250 points, then he's terrifying. He's terrifyingly terrible. That's right. If the Vindicare does it at 50 points, he's an auto included in every Imperium list. Okay? So they need to find the happy medium for him where he'll be like 100 points. I think I'd pay for that. I think that's okay. You're a self-employed. What's a week? What is a weekend? I don't have a weekend exactly. No one can get munch. I know, Lehman. I know. Stop trying, people. If you're trying to get munch, stop. Right? I love munch and I want munch to have a membership, but it's impossible. We've already decided that. I wonder. I've got a question that I need to ask myself. That I might. This could be interesting. Did they do? They have done Imperial Knights already, haven't they? Okay, right, that's interesting. I'm just thinking quietly in my mind right now, chat, right? Okay, good. So they can join any Imperium Battle Line infantry unit. I was just suddenly thinking if it's Imperium Battle Line, then they could have joined an Armiger Warglaive, which would have been hilarious. But it is, in fact, Imperium Battle Line infantry. That would have been... I'm going to start High Fleet Munch, says Munch. You can start the insurrection. Zealous, thank you for the gifted 1. Stop trying. Stop trying. Honestly, 100 to 120, I think, for the Vindicare, says George. Yeah, I would be okay with that, right? Brizzle, if there are any Imperium Battle Line units with devastating wounds, then my 1,000 sons are a little nervous about Greyfax handing out anti-Psycho 4+. Tyler Troutman, thank you so much for the gifted. You're also a hero. 2 more for people trying to get... Stop. I don't want this just to be a whole, like, stream of 1 gifteds, people. I appreciate it massively. I think we've broken our monthly record for gifted memberships, so I sincerely appreciate it. However... it could just be me. Thank you for the 1. 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 Right? They did do nights already. Yeah. Okay. I was just... my inner thoughts were... I don't entirely trust GW to write rules that don't have gaps in them, where little silly things can come up and be abusable. For example, I wouldn't have put it past them to say that she can join Imperium Battle Line units, forgetting that they made Armiger's Battle Line, right? So it was believable to me that they could have made that mistake. The Vindicare won't be able to activate the Oath ability on Knights, so they don't get honoured from the Assassin, I believe. Oath ability on Knights, so they don't get honoured from the Assassin. I don't remember. There's too many rules. There's too many rules. Oath deed is completed if the enemy warlord is destroyed. If you're okay, so Code Chivalric says Imperial Knights at the end of the reading mission, you select one of the oaths below. Model from your army with this ability gain the associated oath ability, and you gain the associated deed to complete. If at the start of your command phase your selected oath deed is completed, your army becomes honoured for the rest of the battle, and you gain 3 CP. You can only gain CP this way, right? Each time a model is selected to shoot or fight, reroll a hit roll of 1, or reroll a wound roll of 1. It then says this deed is completed if the enemy warlord is destroyed. So actually, Oliver, I think if you have an assassin on the table, if you have a Vindicare on the table with your knight's army, and your Vindicare assassin one-shot snipes the enemy warlord and kills him, the deed just says it is completed if the enemy warlord is destroyed. It doesn't say by a knight's model. That then gets you honoured, and if you're honoured, you go to a 5-up feel no pain. That's a great idea, Oliver. I need a Vindicare assassin for my knight's army. Thank you for the idea. You're a legend. I appreciate you. Slam Sector, thank you for the gifted 5. You're a hero. Ozzy, thank you for another gifted 1. Stephen, thank you for another gifted 1. That's 7 more. 7 more. Luce, we're basically done talking about 10th rules. It was a small one today. So if you want your cable to plug it in, you can. All they're trying to do right now is snipe Munch again, and I've told them they're on a losing battle, but they're trying anyway. I don't know. I'm not sure what you call it. You can plug in there and you can chat if you want, because I think I just said to chat. I've done 8 hours of meetings today, so I've actually poured myself a giant mug of mead because fuck it, it's Wednesday, but who cares? Lehman Ross, can't wait for NDA to be dropped so we can see your 10th edition games. I can't wait for NDA to be dropped so you can see 10th edition games. All I'll say right now is clear your diaries for 4 p.m. UK time Friday, because Friday's going to be a double stream day. So 4 p.m. UK time Friday will be live, and then we'll go off air, and then we'll come back on air for 40k After Dark. And trust me, this time 40k After Dark will be able to be pure nonsense because I would have already done the 4 p.m. one. So 4 p.m. Friday, clear your diaries. Keep an eye out tomorrow for when the stream is scheduled, okay? And then also clear your diaries for 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. Make sure you're tuned into the channel both of those times. Okay? In the meantime, 40k Medic, oh my fucking god. Thank you so much for gifting 50 of the finest memberships. You legend. Even Warhips has snuck in with a gifted membership. Look. Thank you so much, man. What a hero. What a big dick player. What a legend. I always think, though, with people that gift like 50, you should just become a Thane and get in the WhatsApp chat. Significantly cheaper than gifting 50. Significantly cheaper than gifting 50. But thank you so much, man. What a fucking legend. If any of you do decide to become a Thane, it's actually quite busy now. We actually have a lot of people in WhatsApp. That's amazing. Thank you so much for the gifted 50. We are closing in on that target that's not Ginger Steve's target, because fuck him. Stephen, thank you for the 5. It's so fluffy, 40k, to become honoured by using an underhanded sniping assassin to slay the enemy warlord. Yeah, it's cool, right? It works. Absolutely. Tyler, thank you for the 2. Holy heavens, 40k Medic just exterminated the chat. But did he get Munch? I bet he didn't. I bet he didn't. Thank you for the 2. I would love to, but I have a mate's birthday barbecue all weekend and I'm doing the drinks. Resident rum drinker, 10 a.m. Saturday morning. There's no way you're doing the drinks at 10 a.m. Saturday morning, honestly. Aussie, that seems like a balancing act on the old NDA tightrope. I've not told you what I'm doing. It's that there's content going live. All I've said to you is there is content going live at 4 p.m. on Friday, actually live, and 10 a.m. on Saturday. That's all I'm telling you. That's it. Oh, have you plugged in? Are you ready? Take my little cover off my audio deck. And watch this, chat. This is when you know you're in a loving relationship, because with a touch, one finger, one button, I've turned loose on.
Woo! I cleaned my desk today, and now I feel like...
It looks empty.
Yeah, you know, like when it gets to the first day of school in September and you've got your brand new uniform, your brand new shoes, you've already worn everything because you're so excited because it's all brand new.
Yeah.
And you've done your bag, and your hair's nice. You'll never have hair like this again because the first day of school won't happen again. Yeah. My desk feels like that, and I know that tomorrow it will all be ruined.
Schooner, thank you for the gifted 5. You're a hero. 1900. 1900. You're a legend. Thank you very much. But yeah, I wasn't telling you what we're doing on those particular streams, just that we've got streams.
If I used that app, I would consider it, but I don't spend too much time on social media as it is.
WhatsApp's not social media, Mandy, as such. WhatsApp's kind of like, it's just a messaging app. It's like texts, but you can have a group chat. That's all it is. Lewis, thank you for the gifted member. Oh, another one. Thank you for the gifted membership. Oh my God. It's kicking off today, Luce.
Kicking off.
Kicking off. You can say it was payday recently. Chat, right? I'm thinking about cancelling a chat play stream tomorrow.
Ooh, what a chat say.
I don't think it's gonna sit very well.
Oh, maybe don't then.
Because everyone's kind of disinterested in ninth, and it will just feel like we're trying to squeeze money out of people. I want to do one because it's our most lucrative stream every single month, but I feel like we need to really be in the mood for it to be fun and enjoyable, for chat to want to then get involved, for it to be the lucrative stream. And I feel like if we're not in the mood and it doesn't do so well because it's 9th edition, it's just going to come across really shit.
Do you have something to say on that stream?
What do you mean?
So if you don't have anything to say, don't say anything. Otherwise, it's just you're just sending white noise out into the void.
So there will be a stream.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
But if it's a chat plays one, if you don't have anything to say on it that will make it like, what are you gonna do if you don't want to be there? Not that you don't want to be there, but if you don't want to play 9th anymore because 10th is literally round the corner now, what can you possibly offer everybody that they won't then wander off to another YouTube? That's it, because then would you risk putting on a shit stream and them tuning out? Or
that's my
would
concern.
You save it until you have something of value to
Joe
give them?
wants to do another Joe and Liam show, like we did last night.
Okay.
Because I think he just likes sitting in the office chilling out.
That is Joe's chair, to be fair.
I think he liked that. I think he was a fan of that. I think he enjoyed just sitting in the fucking chair. So he wants to do another Joe and Liam show. But, just do more 10th talk, says Esk Happy.
I left you that catch the Cappy kill team mission. That would be so much fun.
It's still 9th. I feel like maybe just do a Q&A-ish stream, Liam. Same as either After Dark or bits of Liam and Joe, where we can just throw ideas and questions at you. See, that kind of stuff's fine, right? Play Tiddlywinks on stream. Yes, we can do that. It's painful to watch Mummy and Daddy dropping bombs all stream just to watch Eddie or Joe collapse. What? Play strip poker tomorrow, says Liam and Rose. Cancel it. Nobody cares about a silly tabletop game, says Ollie. Exactly. Fuck it. This is just going to become a... We're not even going to talk about 40k anymore. It's going to become a general chat show, this.
God, because there's not enough of those.
Yes, Liam, Joe and Lou show, please, says Umbra. Just record yourself doing a dump. Same thing as 9th edition. Brilliant. More to Liam and Joe show. 3 Chaos Primarchs versus other armies. Chat plays is more about the madness. I mean, it is more about the madness. It is more about the madness. Joe is massive value. Such a lovely guy. Yeah, he is. Tyler, Mr. Super Chat. USPS delivered my Rivendell last night. Thank you for the 2, Tyler. Have you started it yet? It's honestly, it's a fucking joy, but it takes... I had to put in extra hours that week. Extra hours. Feel like a Liam and Joe After Dark would be spot on, says Matt.
Review that mission on stream, see if people want to see you play it. Use the kill team stat lines.
Oh, if I have to use kill team stat lines, Mandy, it's already a no. I'm already not doing that. I've already got far too much in my head right now to learn anything else or use anything else. Take from that what you will. Or put a poll up and let us pick the armies for the stream so we can cause bedlam. The thing is, right? The thing is, I understand what you're all saying about chat plays, about it being all about the madness and the carnage and the fun and all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't help if we just don't want to play it. And the team is just they want to stream and they want to enjoy themselves, but they just have no interest in the game right now because of how long this review period has been. And considering that you can tune in to some exciting content at 4 p.m. on Friday and 10 a.m. on Saturday, tomorrow night's gonna be a bit of a waste, actually.
So why don't you do a Liam and Joe show?
No, if it's an evening, it's a Joe and Liam show.
Right. A Joe and Liam show. You're so pedantic.
He's a national treasure.
What are you? Pain in the arse.
You didn't finish it.
I'm so tired, babe. I've been on the allotment. I've had 5 people talking to me about plots and...
Oh, excuse me, niece. Joe is a national treasure.
Which we must protect at all costs.
There we go. Good. Okay, you're learning. Big Bad John McCardle dropping in with another 50 gifted. Holy fuck. We actually might hit the 2,000 target. Ginger Steve made me set a target last night, Luce, of 3,000.
He likes to overestimate.
And we are now...
We love a trier.
We are now on 1,951. I mean, I think Steve's 3,000 was still always out of the question, but I mean, this is going some for a single month, people. Ninth is dead, 100%. 100%. See that we must protect at all costs. Chat saying we must be protected at all costs.
I said it. I did say it.
Super serious, genuine idea, says Steeps. Take a well-deserved day off for once.
Ooh.
I would actually like to.
I think he might actually come out in hives.
I would actually genuinely like to, but
here's a good excuse. You ready, chat? What's your excuse this time?
I'm self-employed.
Because norovirus didn't keep you off. So
no, it didn't.
What's the excuse this time?
No, it didn't. I'm self-employed. I can't have a day off.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. It's your piss poor planning.
It's not piss poor planning. It's the fact that
piss poor planning.
Every time I don't stream, I don't make money. It's as simple as that.
If you want something to happen, you will make it so. You don't want a day off, so stop playing a little violin about having a day off. If you wanted one, you'd have it, so shut up.
Joe teaches Liam to paint after dark. I mean, no one can teach me that. Joe and Liam show 100%. We will all turn up for that. Let us throw our questions and general foolishness to both of you for a laugh. We can do that. We ask Joe anything. AJA. Aja. We can do that.
Ask Joe anything. What shoe size are you, Joe?
I actually genuinely, right? Genuinely, this isn't even a joke. This isn't me trying to make you feel good.
What's your PIN number, Joe?
Yeah, don't, because he'll tell you. I genuinely had multiple people message me last night saying that the Joe, Liam and Luce show should be a thing.
Ah, the thruple.
The thruple should be a thing, yes.
There's a cream for that.
Yeah. Just a cardboard cutout of Liam with pre-recorded dialogue, says Daryl. I would love a real day off. I feel your pain, Liam. I'm not complaining. I'm not moany. Like I don't want you to feel sorry for me. That's not the point, right? To be fair, 9th while waiting for 10th seems pointless. Been watching Horror Heresy games on SM Plus instead, says Ghastly. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, within no time at all, we'll be back to streaming games again. Within no time at all. Okay? Tag team battle 2 1,000 point armies each. No, oh my god, no. Do you know how much of a tight fit it is to have 2 people in that studio? Especially when one of them's the size of Joe. Let alone 4 of us. Stephen Butt, thank you for the hearty, smiley, happy emoji face thing. Yay, thruple stream. It was hilarious last night. More of that then, right?
A thruple stream.
We'll just get Joe on the mead.
So he's staying over then?
Joe doesn't handle his drink very well.
Does he not?
Well, he's not like he's like vomits everywhere and shits himself. That's just a normal night. But
fucker, I've been bitten.
You've been bitten?
How have I done the entire allotment trip without being bitten and I sit at home and I get bitten?
By a dog?
No.
She's not in a good mood tonight, chat. No. She's a grumpy Luce. Last night was a great show, so Ty. Thank you so much. Luce can use a handheld to show us her garden. Hopefully that means the actual garden, Stephen, and not a euphemism. There's a whole other website for that. I don't feel sorry for anyone who wears a vest.
The trouble is, I go onto the allotment to have some time to myself and to mull things over. And it's honestly like a therapy for me because I'll think about stuff, like literally anything. I'll think about how much the price of bread is pissing me off right now. And how like when some kid bullied me in school, I'm like, ha, he's in prison now. Ha, karma. And then I'll text you and I'll be like, I've just thought of something. But then when people come and talk to me on the plot, I feel like going, can you just piss off? Just leave me alone while I'm digging or strimming or planting. I don't want to talk to people when I'm on the allotment. And they all come and fucking talk to me. Pisses me off.
So Tyler says, are you having a Liam and Joe show than a Joe and Liam show? What Joe wants to do, and I haven't said yes to him yet, is he wants to COD stream in the day and then Joe and Liam show in the night. And I was like, I'm actually kind of tempted to do that right now. This will... I can't say that, actually.
No, can't say that.
No, I can't say that, actually. I paused. I was like, think it through. Can't say that.
Can't say that one.
Can't officially say that. But yes, Lucy's not very happy right now. What massively cheers her up is $10 super chats or
No, it
gifted
doesn't.
memberships.
No.
Really cheers
Do you
her
know
up.
what really cheers me up?
Really cheers her up, that stuff.
Do you know what really cheers me up? Being left the fuck alone on the allotment. That
Why?
really cheers me up.
Is it? Why?
Yeah. Because why do we have to fill every silence with chatter? Quiet time is essential. Just old people stop talking. I can't. And the worst bit is they're deaf, so they're getting louder
Lucy
as
is
you're
the plot of the
nodding,
plot.
going, yeah, brilliant. And they're getting louder, and they walk towards you and get louder.
Joe and Liam show with Lucy learning 10th. Well, she can't learn 10th yet because the rules aren't out. The rules aren't out at the moment, so we can't learn 10th, right? But you know, just make sure you tune into the channel at 4 o'clock in the evening on Friday and 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Just saying. Couldn't Lucy put an audiobook on with headphones whilst at the allotment to show people she doesn't want to chat.
No, because I want to listen to the birds, and it's just, why am I the one?
So why don't you put your headphones in and put birdsong on?
Because there are actual birds around me.
Yeah, but aren't they not being too noisy for you?
No, they're beautiful. I had a robin jumping on one of my collared raised bed things today. Got scared off when bloody, I don't know, Pete came and said hello.
Pete, is that his name?
Have
you just guessed?
He's not the cucumber man though.
It's not the kid.
That's another one.
One of the old guys at the allotment offered my wife his cucumber.
Yeah.
And she took it.
You ate it.
Took all of it. Honestly, I'm with you, Lou. Silence is precious these days. Especially when you have 2 kids at home, silence is very precious. But because I said it would cheer you up, Zena has come in and gifted the big 50 memberships.
Ah.
The thing is, 40k Medic has also gifted 50 memberships, and they're from the same fucking household.
That's amazing.
So one household has done 100 memberships.
That's amazing.
Wow. Zena, thank you so much. What an absolute legend. Again, though, what costs you a fifth of that is becoming a Thane and coming and hang out with the only Thanes.
Yes, it was, Drew. It was a bitter cucumber. He gave me the male plant.
He gave you his male plant.
Such a cheapskate. Couldn't even give me an edible one. Here you go. Welcome to the allotment. Here's my bitter male plant. Thank you very much.
Well, he didn't force feed it to you, did he?
No, he didn't say choke on it.
And you can't listen to those birds anyway. If you're listening to bird song in your head or bird song from the birds, it's the same thing. Because don't forget.
No, it's not.
Don't forget. Birds aren't real.
If it flies, it's spies.
If it flies, it spies.
It's not the same. Bird song on the radio versus bird song in real life. It's not the same.
Zena, thank you so much. 40k Medic, thank you so much. John McCardle, thank you so much. Everybody else who's gifted memberships, thank you so much. You people are incredible. John did listen to me, and he is in fact a Thane, and he's in the Only Thanes WhatsApp chat. Guys who chuck loads of gifted memberships and stuff like that, I really appreciate it. It's amazing. I love you. Thank you so much. But think about looking at things like Thanes. If you're in the US like you guys are, I probably wouldn't at the moment look at Aces because we don't have US events that we can give you free tickets to, which is one of the Acer benefits. But you do get the private WhatsApp chat with Thanes, right? WhatsApp's a super easy app to use. Literally you download it, you put your phone number in, you put your name in, it's there. You add into group chats, and it's just a text messaging app where there's loads of people in it. It's super easy, right? And we have the Only Thanes WhatsApp chat is my busiest chat on all of my things. Whether that be group chats on Facebook, group chats on WhatsApp, group chats, it's my busiest thing, apart from perhaps Discord. But it's the busiest thing I've got notifications turned on for, just saying, right? We did the spitting jokes when the cucumber topic was first discussed, didn't we? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. This is a fix for gifts. It's not a remph. Have you got gifted turned on? Are you another Munch? Has Munch got two profiles now? Is that what's going on? Bird is the word it is. Stephen, thank you for the 2. Birds are just drones.
Yeah.
Are they? Is that
And
a thing?
COVID was to keep us all indoors so the mass battery swap could take place.
Yeah. This is what some of these people think, chat. This is a real thing. This is what the Inquisition is there and why the Imperial agents turn up to stamp this kind of stuff out. And when a bird lands in a tree, do you know what it's doing? Charging.
Yeah, it's a docking station.
And do you know what happens when a bird lands on a power line or a telephone wire?
It's downloading.
Downloading, obviously. And every bird isn't real. It just has cameras. You see? What starts with C and has cum in it, says Tyler. I'm not sure.
Cucumber?
Cucumber. Yes. Okay. Good. Cumcumbers. Says Excavate. Only time I get text is only things. This is Carl. Luce, look in your drawer. Open your drawer up.
Which one?
Whichever one it's in. The world's smallest violin.
Oh,
it's in one of them.
You've got it.
I'm sorry, Carl. I love you, really. I love you.
I thought there was going to be chocolate in there or something then.
I'm on exercise in Estonia. Ooh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's geography. Discord is already hard enough to keep track of. Another chat app just sounds like so much work. Who is in Discord without notifications turned off? Honestly, it's far too busy. Birds are not birds. They are leftovers from Highfleet Kraken. Says Yorkshire Hammer. People who think conspiracy theories are true are, in my opinion, fucking morons. I mean, Oliver, what do you mean? You think birds are real?
What could you possibly mean?
How fucking stupid are you? Honestly. What if one explodes when it hits your 106? What about it? Your 106 isn't going fast enough to explode a bird. Don't lie to me. All birds are just government drones. Exactly.
I think I found an animal bone on my plot today. I was digging and I think I dug up what looks to me like a femur bone. I Google lensed it and it said it was horseradish and I was like, no, that looks like it's got marrow in it.
Don't trust Google, Luce. Don't trust Google. It'll tell you it's a seagull. It doesn't tell you it's a super high powerful camera watching you when you're at sea.
And when they land on your hand, they're actually taking your fingerprints.
Oh, is that a thing or you just made that up?
No. When a lovely little cute robin comes and lands on your hands because they're super sociable, actually taking your fingerprint.
Jonathan says push me off the flat earth. You think the world's not flat, idiot? What do you call it when bird shits on you? It's an oil leak.
They're marking you, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a tag. The governmental tag, that. That's what that is. By the way, I don't believe this stuff for a moment, just so you're all aware. All right, I need to get that out there now before next headline tomorrow. Fucking 40k YouTuber is an absolute lunatic.
That's not news.
Umbra, thank you for the 5. Loose chocolate funder. She's had a bad day and needs cheering up.
Oh, that's really kind, but no, I really should stop eating.
That is incredibly kind, Umbra. Thank you so much. But
yeah.
she eats more chocolate than that in a day.
No, I should be eating the fruit and vegetables. I should stop eating the chocolate.
What do we eat today? What was on the table for our meeting?
Chocolate biscuits.
How many packs?
You told me to get 2. So I got 2.
So yeah. Or is it past person's pet dog or wife? Maybe it wasn't an animal. Did you think about that? Is it a human bone?
I don't know. I think it was too small to be a human bone.
Oh.
But I picked it up because I thought, do I have to report this? Because when I get that people bury their like dearly departed pets at the allotment, I understand why they do it.
Yeah.
Do I have to report it, or do I just leave it?
You kind of have to be a 40k, you lunatic to be a 40k YouTuber. We do. I don't know. If it looked human, you'd have to report it. Yeah. But otherwise,
I'm pretty sure it's not human. It looks way too small. But
could be a baby human.
No, stop it. No, it was. I think it was somebody's cat or dog.
Buried in the allotment.
Yeah, people do it all the time because the allotment, like me, is where they go to be left the fuck alone. So they go there and have a cup of tea. They've got a camping stove. They make tea or a coffee and they sit.
All right,
with their
hang on.
thoughts.
Let's pick this apart slightly, right? So you think someone is going to take their dead pet to the allotment to bury it?
Yeah, it happens all the time, babe. And they make a little gravestone because you can have an allotment for years.
Is it a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing. And I understand. I completely understand.
I feel like I probably wouldn't take my dead pet, chuck it in the boot of my car, drive to the allotment, drag it out and then bury it.
Some people have their allotment plots at the back of their houses.
No, that's a horrific question.
Oh dear, Noel.
Did you know toilets were just a way for the government to collect your DNA?
Of course. It just all goes to government buildings and then makes politicians. Of course. I was once stuck on guard with the 2 I see that believe the flat earth and spend... Oh my god.
Too many spies out there, think about it. How can a mutant leopard moose camel with a 40-foot neck actually be real? Giraffes are government robot spies that will make sure you stay ignorant of the truth.
A mutant leopard moose camel with a 40-foot neck. That's my new name for a giraffe.
Giraffes are robot spies that make you stay ignorant of the truth.
How can a 40-foot necked mutant leopard moose camel? That's a great name!
Have you ever seen a baby giraffe learning to hold its
The
neck
bone
up?
is the remains of the last person to bother loose at the allotment.
It's probably more true, Steve, that actually, to be fair. Probably more true, if we're honest. What makes more sense? Mandy's explanation of a giraffe or me describing a unicorn? Well, what? Describe a unicorn. If a bird lands on my hand, she's probably drunk as much as I have, falling into the gutter like I did. Amazing, Soups. That wasn't where I was expecting that one to go. Allotments are just pet graveyards that people keep digging up.
Honestly, it happens all the time. There's animal bones. You'll be digging away on your own plot, and you'll hear in the distance that somebody's found an entire animal buried. They'll be in like cloth or box or something.
Is there anything more suspicious than an owl? Wake up, sheeple.
Ow! That's what yeah. It's literally a CCTV camera on a neck. There's a 270-degree turning circle, for fuck's sake. How can that be real?
At night time.
I can't. Yeah, with night vision. And you think that's real? Honestly, people, ignorance. The lot of you, ignorant. To be fair, if my pet died, I would be more likely to bury it at my enemy's allotment so they shit themselves and then dig it up. Oh my God. It cost a goddamn fortune for a cremation at the vet, so I can believe it. I don't think that's normal, right? Are you going to talk to someone carrying a dead dog, guaranteed alone time? That's fair. That's fair. Okay, I'll give you that one. My better is laugh and get off here.
I get why they do it, because they'll bury their animal and then they'll put a rose bush there or something, and so that they're obviously not going to put like a gravestone, because that's just
that's the weird part.
That's a tell.
That's the weird part.
But then the rose bush grows. I completely get it.
How do they,
completely get it.
suspicious free, walk the dead animal to the plot?
You'd be amazed.
Do they put a lead on and just drag it?
No, you'd be amazed at what people walk past going, morning, and you're like, shut up. I don't want to be talked to. Bye, Jeff. I don't care.
I officially
know
don't
you have a dead
trust
body in there. I
allotments
don't
anymore.
care.
I don't trust allotments anymore. Thanks, Leaks, for the 5. Oi, you lovely people. Tuning in from a yurt somewhere in Wales. Best thing I paid for on the internet while pissed. Cider for the cider god. Good man, love you. If your pet dies, bury it with a tiny saddle and weapons and really fuck with archaeologists in the future. That's a great idea as well. Just give it a little knife, a little shield. That's amazing. Is this how Lise got the allotment in the first place? Old owner in ground, hashtag.
No, my plot was owned by a preschool before. I've dug up so many tea sets. I could literally have a tea party on my plot. There's so many tea sets
Would you not
I've
just
dug up.
try and flush it down the toilet or something, an old pet?
No, that's not a fish.
Well, if it's okay for fish, why is it not
Look,
okay
if
for...
you don't connect with your pet the way that the rest of us connect with our pets, that's fine.
Excuse me.
But don't you go throwing shade at us, because
Excuse
we
me?
do what we do with our beloved departed.
I
Thank
love
you.
my dearest doggy to bits. She's incredible. However, I wouldn't take her to an allotment and bury her. When the vet finally puts her out of her misery, I'm like,
She's not miserable.
just fucking burn it.
No, I think the kind of dogs that people do bury in allotments are like little dogs. I don't think medium to large sized dogs that are practically Shetland ponies get buried at the allotment.
Well, Soup says, why would you get your pet cremated at the vet? And let them get all the good meat. Season the skin, 180, gas mark 6, serve with gravy, job done.
No.
The Koreans do.
And that's fine with them. Not
Yeah.
fine with me. You're not having Emmy dog for a Sunday roast. It's not happening.
Squirrel noob. Thank you for the poo. Love it. My favourite phrase. Oh, I never asked Senna if she wanted a new target for members for the stream. I assume not, because we've moved the target so often. Here's the thing, Luce. At the start of every month, I set the monthly stream gifted members and new members target to 1,000. And this month, have hit 2,001. Eternally grateful. Amazing.
That's a good
people.
year. What happened in 2001?
Should
we Google things that happened in 2001?
I was at secondary school. What happened in 2001?
I was in year 8, I think.
I went into year 11 in 2002 because I left in 2003. So I went into year 10 in 2001. So I left year 9, went to year 10 in 2001. How old do some of you feel right now? The hell is an allotment, says Squirrel Noob. Where are you from, Squirrel Noob? Talk to me. What 269? Obviously, what an allotment is it is a big patch of land owned typically by the local council that they rent to individuals. So they section it off into plots essentially, and they rent them to individuals who can then grow. It's essentially land that you can cultivate, so you can grow things, vegetables, flowers, plants, etc. Sit there in peace and quiet. Now, for example, our back garden isn't particularly big, and it's just paving slabs. We don't have grass, we don't have dirt, we don't have anything we can dig, we don't have anything we can grow. We'd have to put pots and troughs in everywhere. So Luce rents, it's not particularly expensive, rents a little plot of land off the council down the road, which is, I would say, as big as our garden, if not bigger.
Well, it's 5 rods. So
okay.
For those old money.
Yeah.
5 rods.
So so it's 5 rods.
25 meters.
There you go. So it actually probably is bigger than our garden then.
Maybe
in total area, it probably is.
Maybe.
I reckon.
Maybe.
And then she can grow things and stuff, right? Manny says nowhere near as old as you. Lol. What grades is secondary? I don't. So when you're in year 10 in 2001, you are about 13 or 14. I think is the right rough age.
Yeah.
13 or 14 years old, Mandy. I was born in the December of 1986. 24th of December, to be precise. I am practically Jesus.
So, do you want to hear about what films were out in 2001?
Yes, let's feel really old.
So, Shrek came out in 2001.
Okay, I don't feel that bad now.
Hannibal came out in 2001, apparently.
Hannibal?
Yeah, it says it. I don't know if there was a remake.
Oh, okay.
Did it? I don't believe it now you say that. I've never seen it. Jurassic Park 3. 2001.
3?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I remember being
That's
a
a problem.
little girl when my dad said to me, there's a really cool dinosaur film. We should watch it together. And then when I was having a horrendous fear of spiders, he thought me seeing arachnophobia would be the remedy to that.
Sandy McDonald who says, J'ai 42 ans. Sacre bleu.
La bibliothèque.
It's actually written in there. Well, that's what we should do with Joe tomorrow. We should test his knowledge of French.
Oh,
He'd like that. 1986, you old codger. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Popular musicians in 2001 was Robbie Williams.
Dave B, I'm 32. What, years away from 100? Fucking lie to me, Dave. Robbie Williams, what? Sorry, what was that?
Weezer was popular in 2001.
Weezer's never popular. You are exactly 1 year older than me. We knew we shared the same birthday from an earlier super chat. We did, Tyler. Thank you so much.
Wheatus.
Teenage Dirtbag.
Yeah.
Love it.
Creed.
Creed?
Yeah.
Give me the song title.
It doesn't say the song title. It just says the musicians. Creed. Was that the as the lyric, I'm a freak. Oh. Let me Google that. I think I know what song.
Christopher says in 2001 I was almost done with university. Luce, my granddad used to have an allotment that was 17 rods.
Jesus Christ.
So that's what? 75 plus, so that's like nearly 80 meters.
How did it, in one strip, or was it, oh, that's too much. So I've got a friend whose dad hired an acreage off a farmer because an allotment wasn't big enough.
Fucking banger. Says Nurgle Matthew, legend. Alien Ant Farm was big back then. I remember when I was at school, right, the little rebel in me when I was at school, used to go down to the living room so I'd have breakfast, get my school uniform on, go downstairs, and then on the television in the living room, I used to put on Kerrang as a television channel, which was a music TV channel that was all like rock and metal music. And in those days, there was Limp Bizkit's Rollin', Slipknot's Wait and Bleed, Korn's Freak on a Leash. They were all the ones that were on all the time. They did, who did Alien Ant Farm did the remake of Smooth Criminal from Michael Jackson. That was on all the time as well.
Yeah.
Papa Roach and Last Resort.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the classics. Oh, I love that. I love that era.
Popular television in 2001, Malcolm in the Middle.
Was that ever really popular?
Did
you
you ever
watch Malcolm in the Middle?
I did and I did. I couldn't stand the mum. I was like, why must she shout all the time? Like, if you're that stressed, just leave him. Leave him and live your life. I don't understand.
Oh,
You're going to
Linkin
give yourself
Park.
a nervous breakdown.
R.I.P. Chesler. Carry on.
Only Fools and Horses?
Fuck. That makes me feel old. Because I feel like that's an old... Yeah, Linkin Park Crawling was one of the ones as well. 100%.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
As was the first one, one step closer. Syndrome of a Down? Yeah, that one too.
Yeah, System of a Down. Family Guy.
No way.
Yeah, Family Guy in 2001.
Fuck off, 2001.
Yeah, it's older than that though. Family Guy's been around not too long after Simpsons it launched, I think.
Oh, Sum 41 with Fat Lip. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, technology.
Hybrid
was
Theory,
in-
top album, 100%, yeah. Don't call them classics. They are. They are indeed the best
Apple
music.
releases the iPod.
It did, yes.
Yeah.
Because I was the dickhead at the end of school, beginning of college, was like, I'm not buying an iPod. That's not the way it's going to go. And I bought a mini disc player.
Nice.
That lasted. I was the same fucking knob, right, that when they brought out the iPhone was like, this isn't the future. And I bought a BlackBerry.
I had a BlackBerry. I loved the QWERTY keyboard on a BlackBerry.
Honestly. And now I'm a complete and utter Apple whore. Because
Such a whore.
I'm such an Apple whore, because I was about to flash it onto the screen then and I realized my home screen is full of NDA stuff. So I probably shouldn't do that. Batman and Robin Xmas Special, Only Fools and Horses. That was a classic episode.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave's Bella's here, at least. There you go. Hey, shouldn't you be in bed? It's late night. All right. Go to bed, Bella, says Dave. There you go. Dad told you on stream, right?
Who do you
John Hook, I'm feeling very old now. Please stop.
who do you remember was our Prime Minister in 2001?
2001?
Yeah.
Tony Blair.
Yeah, it was. Well done.
And he was also shit. I had a BlackBerry as an equity. Oh, I liked the QWERTY keyboard.
Yeah, I did.
I did like that.
I thought that, for me, that was the game changer of once I had the QWERTY keyboard, because then I could see all the keys.
I had Cypress Hill 4 on minidisc. Good times. I love minidisc. I was explaining iPod to my kids the other day. They were well confused. It's like an iPhone, but you can't send texts or make calls. It's just for music. Imagine that.
In 2001, your birthday was on a Monday,
It was.
and mine was on Saturday.
John says MySpace? Question mark? Who had a MySpace page?
No, I didn't. I missed that boat completely.
You never had MySpace?
No, I didn't get it. I couldn't understand it. I had Messenger. Had a form of Messenger, and
So there was MSN Messenger.
yeah, I had MSN. That's it. I had
That came in after MySpace, didn't it? That was like
Yeah.
college years, I think, more than...
But I couldn't understand MySpace, so I went onto it to see my friend's one, and I was a bit like, I just didn't get it. I
You
didn't
also
quite
have a...
understand.
Liam, have you ever noticed that phones got smaller and smaller until the iPhone came out and men realised they could watch full-on porn on them, and now they're bigger again? Yeah, now they're massive phones.
I wonder why.
Do you know what? When I got this one, which was last year, I did have for the longest time the Max. I've actually gone back down to a normal size iPhone because I found that, and this is interesting, there's a couple of potential physical changes that humans are going through because of mobiles.
Yeah.
So the first one is the little finger. They're noticing that people are developing little bends in their little finger where essentially they rest the phone on the little finger the whole time, like that. And so the phone's becoming a hook basically for your phone, right? And they
Yeah.
reckon that so yours are doing it,
Yeah,
right?
mine does it.
And the other thing that you're getting is people are getting a lump at the top of their neck where their heads that are normally supposed to be upright are now leaning forward and over because everyone's down looking at the phone the whole time.
Yeah, I got this cushion that I lie on for 10 minutes every day to try and offset the lump.
Yeah, I find it interesting.
Yeah.
They also, the way that kids' thumb dexterities are developing are different to adults because they're growing up with smartphones, iPads, controllers, etc. So they have different strengths and
Ben
dexterities.
does it. His resting hand is more like a claw,
Yeah.
and I have to be like, why are your hands like that? But then I think to myself, well, how does he hold cutlery? Because if that's going to affect how he holds cutlery, then that's interesting.
Remember when emails became a thing? I remember that when I used to sign on to MSN Messenger, we had one computer in the house in the living room that was massive, and then if you wanted to do it, you had to double click on the little internet thing.
Yeah.
And then your phone would go boop, 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 boop,
I'm going to play the internet sound.
Yeah.
I played it to James the other day and he was like, what in God's name is that noise?
yeah. Oh, shit. Is that what that lump is? Totally get one. Yeah. So actually, honestly, Soups, right? So stop being silly for just a moment. Genuine. You can buy actual cushions, right? Actual, like, they're like, sort of like a weird kind of shape thing that you put on the floor, and they tell you put it on the floor, you lie your neck on it, and you lie with a straight back, and it starts to work your neck back into where it should be, because we aren't actually yet not genetically, what's the word I'm looking for, we're not physically yet evolved to have this, so it's actually bad for your spine, bad for your neck, so you can get a special cushion for it, right?
Whenever I lie on the cushion, so you lie on it for 10 minutes, and about 6 minutes in, my hip goes click back into. And I haven't been in pain all day, so I didn't even think my hips were out of whack. Every time my hip clicks back into place. Yeah. And then my scalp goes all tingly.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit like, oh my God.
AB says for evolution, that sounds super quick. So it's too fast for evolution, where our bodies are changing, but we're not evolved into it. Because I would assume that if you evolve into it, it's supposed to not cause you pain and discomfort, right? In junior school, we had one computer that was dedicated just for playing basic Windows crappy games. The first actual computer game I played was Doom, and I had to go in via MS-DOS to load it up. That was the thing.
Are we ready for the internet sound?
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me get the fucking advert.
Well, you just said, are we ready for it? I said, yeah.
Fucking
adverts. Okay, this is a bit of an anticlimax for chat right now.
It's fine. Just fill the time. 7, 6, 5. You ready?
Yeah. Back to the microphone.
That's the sound of the internet. Did you not ever have that?
I remember I used to get told off when my mum and dad would pick the phone up and I was on the internet again.
Yeah, get on the internet.
William Will says, ever dropped an iPhone on your head while scrolling, lying flat? Nearly broke me nose. That's why we have all learnt to lie scrolling on our sides. That's how we do it now. Right. Spent way more hours on Bubble Pop than Doom. That sound should generally come with a trigger warning. Do you remember dying in game and having to go for dinner while you wait for the bugger to reload? I used to have a ZX Spectrum. I used to have a ZX Spectrum, and I used to have a Commodore 64.
Oh, this one's better.
Oh, okay. We got more Lucy's noise, right?
Sorry, more internet.
The flashbacks, yeah, amazing.
Are we ready? This one's actually got the dial-up sound.
Put it up to the mic.
That was the internet.
That's horrible on the headphones, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's the internet.
That's an awful sound on the headphones.
So now, when I play that, I'm like, you kids don't even know what you've got. It just happened. You turn the computer on and boom, there's the internet. You don't even know. I'm
sorry, chat. I put the headphones on to hear what you guys heard. Oh my fucking lord. Who remembers being able to tell when you're about to get a text message from the sound your speakers made? Did you ever get that?
The weird...
Like, oh, I got a text coming through. Ping! There it is. But that's when humans develop the need to remove fucking vowels from everything. Like, oh, I only got 120 characters.
I used to leave out full stops and then start every new word with a capital so you knew.
My granddad, he took it a step too far. He removed all the vowels and all the spaces. He's like, oh, it's text speaking it, Liam. I'm like, yeah, but you can't just put a list of consonants and expect me to know what the fuck you're saying. That's not how that works. Honestly. And we thought grandparents of Babatech now. Back then, horrendous. And they used to come around like, did you get my message? I'm like, yeah.
You drunk?
Not sure what code we're talking then. ZX Spectrum, Target Renegade. My speakers still make that noise. I just have shit signal out here in the country. I mean, the country's lovely though, right? Country is lovely. Loved Operation Wolf on the Spectrum. Look at all the... See? Fuck 10th edition and 40k. Let's just talk about nostalgia. Much better.
Yeah.
10-minute glitch and needed to reload.
What happened in 2001? What else happened?
Do you know, I have a PlayStation 5, which I recently acquired. and there's a game built into the games console, which the name escapes me. I can't remember what it's called, but it's built. It's what it comes with the games console, right? And you go into this particular game, Luce, and it's like a kind of PlayStation sort of version of 3D Mario kind of thing. I think I showed it to you, right? And you go into each area. I've only done one of these. I literally I've spent 10 minutes on this fucking console. I did one of these things, right? And it each one of them unlocks one of the old PlayStations from 1 to 4. And we had a PlayStation 1 in my house. And you get the old loading screen of the PlayStation. And I was like, I had little goosebumps. Like, and I remember as a kid opening the little and putting the disc in and you hear it spinning. Oh my God. Them were the days. Or if you had Nintendos, you used to blow the cartridge and push the cartridge in.
And then down it goes.
Does anyone know if that blow actually ever worked? Did it work?
It did. It used to work for me. Yeah. I remember this.
Bonk.
In 2001, foot and mouth. Because at the time, my dad lived on a farm. And when we used to go and visit, we'd go onto a farm. It was the best time ever. Because if you're not from the countryside, you find farms fascinating. But the farm he was on, I don't think they had foot and mouth, but they had to do the whole, like, dunk your feet in the washing up bowl of this mixture. And then you couldn't go certain parts of the farm just in case. Yeah, it was really weird. From just being able to run around on the farm, all of a sudden we had to dunk our feet in loads of stuff all the time.
We went on holiday with foot and mouth to France that year, and you were banned from taking any food items anywhere for whatever reason. But my mother still snuck ketchup into France because she wasn't sure if they'd have tomato ketchup in France. My brother basically wouldn't eat any food without it. Shocking, honestly. Rambo says GoldenEye on the N64 was a world-class game. I lost hours on that fucking console on an N64 playing GoldenEye. Oh my God. I didn't even have the fucking games console. I lost hours on that. Sega as well. Sega.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Sega.
Oh, Sonic.
I didn't like Sonic though. I didn't get it. I was like, I'm just going to go super fast through this whole thing. And then, I bumped into something and all my hoops fall out. Brilliant.
Nintendo had on the boxes of the games that said, do not blow into cartridge. Game Boy Color. I had a Game Boy Color with Pokemon. Pokemon Blue I had, and my brother had Pokemon Red. Lost hours to that fucking thing.
I remember playing a game on the Nintendo called Gex or Gecko or something. And you were this kind of like weird James Bond lizard character. And he had one-liners and catchphrases. It was super shit, but I remember playing it.
I loved Worms. I literally talked to you about Worms like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Not I have them. I honestly.
Like, the only reason you spoke about that was because in the bathroom, all of our library books were up there for story time, and there's a book called Worm Loves Worm, and then all of a sudden, me and the boys got a lovely trip down memory lane.
Incoming!
About worms, and all three of us were sat there looking at you like, are you done?
Stephen, thank you for the 2. Speaking of Dean, have you played Bolt Gun yet? No, I flat refuse. Although I am talking nostalgia about some of these incredible games from back in the day that I used to play lots of all the time, I expect better from a game in 2023. I flat refuse to play Bolt Gun. It is awful. Right? It is awful. Liam, you and Joe should play Worms on stream. That sounds like a great idea. Sounds like a great idea.
Oh, good. People remember that Gecko game. I thought I dreamt it because no one remembers it. Whenever I talk about it, they all look at me like a James Bond gecko. I'm like, yeah.
Gex the Gecko, Worms Kamikaze. I played Worms 1 and Worms Armageddon. Love those fucking games. They were great. So simple, so much fun. Remember when the first Sonic game came out, played it with my pops for hours. Some of the best childhood memories gaming with my pop. Yeah, some of these memories are fucking incredible, right? And I think, I mean, I played an hour of games this morning with my eldest before my fucking marathon of meetings started today. And it's a different world now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what Lucy and I want to do with our children is we want to play things like Mario Kart and fun little games. And instead I'm playing Battle Royale Fortnite trying to win against fucking very sweaty fucking 14-year-olds. Honestly, and I'm sat here. Luce was sat at this chair over my shoulder. I'm sat here concentrating my fucking arse off, trying to keep up with my 10-year-old on Fortnite, not knowing what the fuck is going on. It's terrifying. Thoughts on Speed Freaks Alpha? Joe and I watched the announcement video that they put out for all the games that were coming, and most of them just look shit. They because it's got 40k in it, because it's skinned with Warhammer, it will sell. Most of it just looks shit. There you go. I said it. For some reason, people who are out there who are 40k fans who go, oh, again, Bolt Gun looks great. No, that's shit. That game looks shit. That is a person who couldn't be bothered to spend money on graphics and dubbed it under retro feel and released you a shit game that everyone's buying just because it's Warhammer 40k. Dog shit. Okay, done. Good.
Feel better?
Just don't get them hooked to Apex. Yeah, we downloaded Apex Legends for him today, Elliot. Literally today, downloaded Apex Legends because it's free, right? So I was like, yeah, fuck it. If you want it, you can have it. It's free. Don't care.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa reopens after 11 years of repairs to stop it completely falling over in 2001.
Is it leaning or is it leaning? I was listening to a radio show yesterday, which was on Absolute Radio. He was saying, I bought a Leaning Tower of Pisa fridge magnet.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not leaning.
You have to lean it on the fridge.
Yeah, so it's like, how can you put the fridge back on? That's lazy, isn't it? That's fucking lazy. That's lazy, right? Your kids might be awesome at Fortnite, but get them an original Game Boy and Mega Man 2 and watch them rage quit before we finish the first level. So I have in my parents' attic, I have an original Nintendo. Original Nintendo with original Mario, the very first one to ever come out, right? With the square pads. And I've got that the game that I'm not entirely sure should have ever made it past the title department, Duck Hunt.
I remember that one.
Right?
I bet they were like, let's see how far this title
Everyone
goes.
going, what game are you playing? Duck Hunt. Sorry, what? Right? That was the thing with an orange gun. The orange gun that was wired into the Nintendo. Yeah, that was fucking absolute era defining at the time. The fact that I could stand in my in my dining room. We weren't allowed to have the games console on the big TV in my house. The fact that I had a little fucking box TV. It was like 12 inches wide in my dining room, and we could plug the fucking original Nintendo in, which didn't have SCART. I don't think it was back then anyway. And then I had this little orange gun, and you would point it at the screen, and you would shoot at the ducks on the screen on Duck Hunt. Sorry, what? That honestly, that was fucking. But on that same console, I had 4 games. I had normal Mario, Duck Hunt, Terminator, and another game which I always forget. Terminator, couldn't get past level 1. To this day, never knew how to get past level 1.
Speaking of TVs, my first ever TV that I had in my room was my granddad's TV, and I had to get a separate antenna, plug it into the back of the TV, then get a metal coat hanger and bend it out of shape and then tweak it towards my window in my room and then get out of bed. I remember being really ill one time, so I got off school, getting out of bed, turning the TV on with a clicky dial, waiting for this super high-pitched noise that only me and the dog could hear, and then the picture would eventually come through, and it was a domed screen, and it was in black and white, so I had to imagine what Fern Britton and Philip Schofield were wearing on this morning, and when Loose Swimming came on, I remember watching it like, what the fuck is this? I'm feeling much better. I'm going to go back to school.
Carl says, that fucking dog laughing when you missed. Yeah. How many people used to have Duck Hunt? That's right, Duck Hunt. And when that dog used to laugh at you, you'd pull the trigger at the screen to try and kill the dog.
I used to put the gun on the glass of the TV.
That's what my brother did, cheating
and
fuck.
be like, why isn't it killing the ducks?
I'm
right there.
I used to stand on the upper side of the room trying to get my marksman skills off with my orange gun, and then my brother used to take the gun off me when it was his turn, walk up to the TV, put it against the screen, which was a curved screen at the time. So I mean, this was a gamble to see whether and pull the trigger.
But my first TV in my room, I loved it. It was a pain in the ass. When it rained, I couldn't watch anything because the static was too much. If I moved my room around, I'd have to spend a day finding the signal again on the TV. But I loved that TV. I only had 4 channels on it.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I remember Behind Enemy Lines was on a Channel 5 film one night, and I managed to tune in and get to see it all. I loved it. I loved my little TV.
I remember when we first got Sky, right, which for you Americans is basically like cable. Right, we got Sky, and we were excited because there was 25 channels.
I remember Cartoon Network was number
16 or 17.
Oh, I thought it was 18.
Oh, maybe no, I think it was 16 or 17. But now there's like 1,000 channels.
Yeah.
I also was the boy who I can't remember what evening it was on, would sit in your room with the TV on really, really quiet so no one could hear it, so that you could watch Eurotrash on Channel 4 because there was boobs in it.
Oh, was there?
Come on, fellas. How many of you watched Eurotrash on Channel 4, I think it was? Be honest. You should Google You should probably incognito Google Eurotrash.
Oh, why is it an incognito thing?
Well, there was boobs in it.
Well, that's not shocking anymore.
But all the
though.
bots are listening all the time. You don't want to be bombarded with boobs, babe.
No, because that would be a struggle.
Oh my lord.
I feel like getting hold of a really old TV and saying to James, right, turn it on. And then see how long he goes. I'm going to get a screwdriver out and see what's going on with this box. Because it's not working.
I had a black and white TV in my room, says Carl. You're younger than us. Lola Ferrari, there we go. Guilty, says Jonathan. I knew you all would. Guilty as charged. See, everyone watched. All the lads watched Eurotrash.
Who is Lola Ferrari?
That's disgusting. Don't Google
Who's
that one.
That?
Gotta love Anton. Everyone watched. Every guy who's close to my age at some point shamelessly watched Eurotrash. I can tell you what I was doing to Eurotrash, Liam, and it wasn't watching.
Do you know what it sounds like to me? I've never seen it, but it sounds like it was a bit like a You've Been Framed of Europe.
Just Google Eurotrash.
Okay.
It's fine. The only good thing about Channel 5 was when it first came out was the softcore porn film they put on a Friday night. Every Friday night. And if you were lucky, if you were very lucky, you had a TV with a built-in VCR that you could set to record even when you were asleep.
I got a VCR TV, colour VCR TV for, I think, my 16th birthday. And I got a VHS of Friends with it to watch.
Lola Ferrari, she died from those boobs. She did, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Lehman, thank you for the 2. You're a hero. Do you remember Bad Lads Army? I fucking loved Bad Lads Army. Do you remember live TV, Liam? This? Don't let them take a screwdriver to a picture tube set. 600 volts can stop your heart. Yeah. Fridays, 2300, Beavis and Butthead.
I'm Googling Lola Ferrari.
Just Google just Eurotrash is all you need. I think she was on Eurotrash, actually. That was mid-90s. Yeah, I think it was mid-90s, actually. Channel 4 was a haven for a teenage boy. That's definitely how I would describe it, yeah. 100%. 100% was.
Oh, they're ridiculous. Oh my god.
Oh, Spitting Image. That was amazing. Jesus, I got a 32-bit Mega Drive for my 16th as Ferret's Revenge. That sounds fucking incredible.
She was only 37.
How many of you now as well had an original Nintendo or original Mega Drive or even like an nice N64 and just wished that like 12-year-old you or whatever, or 8-year-old or whatever, knew how much that fucking thing would be worth right now if you really looked after it and kept it pristine? Jesus Christ.
Wow, there sounds to be like quite a question mark over her death.
Why?
Read it.
I can't remember it.
You should Google it. That sounds like something else went on there. But those boobies. I don't understand why surgeons do it. Why don't surgeons say, no, I'm not. That's crazy. I'm not doing it.
There was one Eurotrash where the guy picked his wife's bum out of a naked lineup while blindfolded. He looked square at the camera and said, I never forget a face afterwards. Wow.
Picked his wife's bum out of a naked lineup.
Amazing. I still have a classic SNES. Incredible. Love it. Still got my consoles, Chris. I've still got my Commodore, my Spectrum, and my original Nintendo in my parents' house. But I would suggest that they probably wouldn't be worth a lot considering this, because you don't look after things as a kid. Yeah, my kids don't look after their consoles really. I mean, they probably look after them better than I did back then because they're a little bit more tech savvy because of the era that they're growing up in. So they're probably a little bit better. But in the grand scheme of things, they are a tool that they use to play and enjoy themselves. Same as it was for us. Back then, they're all boxy, fucking heavy things, right? And we didn't really look after them all that much. I had to share mine with my 2 sisters. There was no hope in saving that Nintendo, RIP.
I had to share it with my brother, and somehow it was allowed in his room, never allowed in my room.
Well, because he was older than you.
But like then I have to knock his door and teenage boys and all that. I would always be like, can I come and play?
And he's probably watching Eurotrash.
Such sexism in my house. Ridiculous.
But when I poured this, I was actually like, I might need to funnel some of it back into the bottle.
Oh, is it going down too well?
It's almost gone.
Oh dear.
Yeah. That day off that Soup suggested tomorrow might be a thing. I might do Joe's thing. I might DMZ stream to the gaming channel during the day and then just do another Joe, Liam and Luce show in the evening.
A thruple.
Would you be up for a thruple?
I'll be up for it.
On stream, obviously.
With consent.
Yes, and obviously only Joe. Wouldn't be bringing any old man in here, right? Just Joe, who's a national treasure.
Who we must protect at all costs.
Thank you. There we go.
A thruple. Okay.
Brilliant. I've just got a Switch at the moment. Sadly, PC is in a shop being used for video. Don't get time these days. Well, I have a PlayStation 5, Schooner, right, sat here on my desk. If I'm honest with you, has probably seen a grand total of about 3 hours worth of use. And I sit it here, taunting myself that one day I might actually just get to sit, kick back, and play some video games in free time and just relax and enjoy myself. However, it's not looking likely anytime soon. It's a nice desk ornament, okay?
Do you want to hear how much things cost in 2001?
Absolutely, yes, I do.
So this is in dollars, so we might have to convert it. Hang on, let me get a dollar conversion rate up. Money conversion.
Soup says, wait, what did I suggest? You suggested a day off, mate. That's what you suggested.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. I've got Coldplay's Something Just Like This going. I've got it as an earworm today.
Although I have got to, I think I might have to make some shorts for Titans in the morning. I might have to do that, so I can't have a day off anyway.
I'm getting up early tomorrow, so do you want me
Why
to
would
wake
you
you
tell me
up?
that now? I've just drank half a fucking bottle of mead.
Sucks to be you.
I stick to PC now. See, I like my PC, but okay, my PC, I have to sit like this, right, up at my PC with mouse and keyboard. With a PlayStation, I can sit like this. That's the difference. Ultimately, I like the reclined position. I'm old. I like to relax. Yes, day off, do it. No, I can't. I won't. I haven't. I can't do it.
He shan't.
I can't. I won't. I shan't. A thruple for the greater good. That's the thing now. Should we just call tomorrow's night stream the thruple?
Thruple for the greater good.
He's just got his name in front of me for at least one stream, the Joe and Liam show.
Oh, I've converted dollars to pounds for what it is today, and that's not, because that's what the price of bread is now. That's still expensive. Apparently, in 2001, in America, a loaf of bread was $1.82.
Okay.
And today that's £1.50, which is still the price of bread now. It pisses me off, so that's not right. So I'm still pissed off now. Done it to myself. I blame myself.
Why are you looking? Why?
It's on the website. I just googled what happened in 2001. Obviously, it came up with 9/11, and I didn't want to mention it, but you said
No,
it,
I know
you
they
paid me.
make. I know they make wireless controllers for PC, but sometimes I don't want my. The problem is, Mandy, right, and Pip. Problem is, and Luce will tell you this. If my PC goes on, even to do something like chill out and watch a TV series, I start working. So with my
problem.
PlayStation, I can just not have my PC on at all. Everything's off. And you're all going to go, well, just don't work then. That's not how my mind works. I just start working. Right? That's how it is. I like working. I enjoy working. I'm not I need to make this very clear. I'm not complaining about not having time off. I'm not complaining about working. I'm not complaining about getting to play 40k for a living. I love it, but it is hard work and it is stressful, and I do a lot of work. And I have these little harebrained ideas. I'm like, I'll just chill out with my PlayStation that I'm going to treat myself to so I can relax, because for once I can do this. For once something hasn't broken, the dog hasn't got sick or stepped on something, and the fridge hasn't stopped working, and the washing machine hasn't died. And, you know, for once that hasn't happened, and then I just buy myself an expensive desk ornament. I was so proud of that Lego set because I actually had to sit there and build it, and I did.
We might need to put a pin in the dog getting sick, because this morning I saw her leap for a bumblebee.
Oh, don't tell me. I don't want to know. But the Lego set was nice because I had to put in extra hours. I was actually, Luce will confirm this. I like this because Luce is my honesty corner. I was getting up earlier to do Lego set.
Yeah.
I was starting my day an hour and a half early so I could do some Lego in the morning in the quiet.
Do you want to hear how much gas was for Americans in
Yes.
2001?
I don't want to know because I don't want to know what it is now because they still pay a lot less than we do.
$1.46
For what though? A gallon?
a gallon.
Which is what? Because it's US gallon. I don't know what that is in litres.
sake.
Well, you can't give me a shit statistic that I can't compare to anything.
Conversion. This feels like school now. Why?
I'll be on the stream if you stream card, then I'll be on the Thruple stream. Thanks, Tyler. You're a hero.
Gallon. There
We
isn't a
are
gallon on
still on the Call of Duty channel. Joe's very sad about this because I keep thinking about giving it up because it's not really working for us. Because on the Call of Duty channel we are 812 subs and we need 1,000. So we are 188 subs away from the 1,000 that we need. Everything else that we need to monetize that stream is already on. We just need 188 more subs, and it's just not working right now, to be honest with you. So I keep thinking about quitting, and Joe's desperately trying to make it work. Have you found out what a gallon is? A US gallon?
Well, Mark Bright says about 3 litres.
So how
my
much?
My eye hurts, my ankle hurts, I'm tired.
So how much was it for a gallon?
So $1.46.
So divide that by 3.
No. No. 50 cents ish.
No, about 47 cents a litre. So 47 cents is what, 35p, 40p. It's like 35 to 40p a litre.
Yeah. Are we all feeling cheerful?
Fucking Americans. I am one of those subs I can't sub anymore. No, I'm not. You guys are. What's the Call of Duty cat channel called? !Gaming. Jonathan. Oh, Aaron did it for you. There you go. Gas is pushing back towards $3.75 a gallon where I live, and it's expected to be way back above $4 soon. Divided by 3 for litres is like a $1.25, which is still a lot cheap, which is like less than £1. So you're still paying probably less than £1 a litre, and we're paying near 2. So shush with your fucking fuel cost whinges, all right? Still cheaper than ours by a lot.
I bought a book of stamps the other day, and it was £8 odd. One stamp in America in 2001 it was 34 cents, and I know per stamp because Morrison's lady asked me if I wanted just one stamp at £1.10 today. So 34 cents 22 years ago.
Liz, I'm supposed to stop in a minute.
Oh.
But you're on stream.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to expect something.
Okay. Well, I've got the 2001 page up. Should we have a fact from the 2001 page?
If it's a random funny fact, yes, but
If
I mean,
it's funny, a lot of depressing stuff happens.
you've been letting us down a lot with the facts lately, I'll be honest with you.
Haven't I?
Yeah. Chat haven't been very impressed.
No.
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 That's why super chat revenue's down, because of your facts.
Shut up. No.
True, isn't it, chat?
Do you know, did anybody feel particularly down in 2001? Because an awful lot of sad things happened. Like the summer of shark attacks was in 2001 because there was so many shark attacks. Galapagos Islands ecological disaster was in 2001.
I feel like these aren't very interesting, funny, spurious facts.
Rioting, a stampede, a fire. Too much sad stuff happened in 2001. Let's go back to how much gas cost. Should we go for an old fact?
I mean, you can.
Let me go for an old one.
White Rabbit says, I'm here. What did I miss? Vindicators are scary. I can't bring out my superbly painted assassins again. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You missed loads, actually. Most of it, not about 40k. Right? Chat can vote it. Can vote it. It's funsies. What for? You ready? You there?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. That was quick.
According to astronauts, space smells like a combination of diesel fuel and barbecue. This is because space smells like dying stars. A barbecue. What? We need to have a barbecue in space.
Diesel fumes in a barbecue?
Yeah, because of dying stars.
They can't smell space. Because they can't take the helmet off.
This is what I thought this as well, but maybe there's an air vent somehow.
I'm calling bullshit fact. There's no. What do you mean air vent? They can't have an air vent in space, Luce. What do you mean there might be an air vent?
Way. Maybe they just smell it instead of breathe it in and there's so much oxygen in their suits. I don't know.
How can you smell it?
Maybe there's sensors on the shuttle. I don't know. It's in the book. It's spurious. You got it. You got it.
That is a spurious fact. You're back on form. That's great. You can't smell space. You take your helmet off. Dead. You're just dead. It's not a thing you can do. Lift the visor. Dead. That's it. Or you go, and your head just explodes out the front.
Worst cat flap ever.
Oh my God. Back on form of the spurious facts. No, QI said it smelled of something else. How can anyone tell? You can't tell. No one can go up there and sniff. Right, we're going to take your helmet off, but just before your fucking head explodes, tell us what it smells like. It doesn't, that's not what, crack the window, yeah. What happened is an astronaut farted and they fucking wound the window down on the space shuttle.
Does a fart smell on a spaceship because of oxygen? So if you fart in space, will it smell? Because
wait. Let's just circle back round, right? Does a fart smell in space, in a spaceship, you said?
Yeah.
Because of oxygen?
Yeah.
Right.
But would a fart smell in space?
So a spaceship is going to have oxygen in it, at least.
Yeah.
So the fart would still smell?
Yeah.
So
But does a fart smell in space?
I'm not
Because
sure the
there's
question.
no oxygen. So would a fart smell?
But in the spaceship.
If you fart outside, you'd still be like, who farted? I can
But
smell that.
but oxygen is not what makes it smell.
So would it still smell in space?
That's like if a tree falls and there's no one in the
I'm
forest.
Googling that.
That's that question, isn't it?
Would a fart still smell in space?
I wouldn't trust Google because you can Google, are birds real? And someone will come back with no.
This is actually from the Research and Space Exploration website.
Okay.
The fart will not be smelled by the astronaut, although they may marinate in it for a time. When astronauts are not in the spacesuit and floating about, the fart smell is exaggerated by the lack of airflow from the recycled air used and its inability to mask any smell.
So
That answers that.
right, okay. So if the fart wouldn't smell in space, it says, that's what it says right at the start.
Would not be smelled. Not that it wouldn't smell, it would not be smelled.
Why wouldn't it be smelled in space?
Because they're wearing suits.
Okay, so how do they know it smells of diesel and barbecues?
No, wait, they would smell it because they're farting in their suit. And their suit is going to be all around. So they would still smell it outside. But what if they farted out the window of the space shuttle?
They've got a butt flap on their suit.
They've got a butt
Right?
flap. An airtight butt flap.
Okay, anyway, I think this is probably... I came in the right moment, says Lucky Cow. Did you, really? I think this is probably the right time to finish the stream right now, you beautiful humans. Lucky, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and coming and joining in. You're a hero. We are about to say goodbye. You can start the stream from the start if you want to. If you haven't already, everyone, make sure you hit that like button. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. You guys are amazing. Big shout out to all the people that super chatted. You guys are incredible. 10% of our super chat revenue is donated to charity every single month. Our charity for this year is Models for Heroes, !M4H for details about Models for Heroes. They essentially support forces, ex-forces, emergency services personnel, and they help them with their mental health by giving them things like model kits to allow them to kind of relax, open up, chill out, etc. Right? So those guys are amazing. Check out Models for Heroes. They're an incredible charity. Super chats haven't been super high lately, probably because people are a bit pissed on 9th, a bit bored on 9th, but just be safe in the knowledge that if you do super chat, if you do donate to the channel via super chats, 10% does go to charity. Big shout out to the people that gifted memberships. The 50s are so big, they're still sat at the top of chat. So thank you to everybody who gifted memberships. You guys are all incredible. Big shout out to 40k Medic, Xena, and John McCardle, heroes of the channel, you three. You're all amazing people. Thank you so much. I love you very, very dearly. If you got gifted a membership, !Discord, come and join us in the Great Hall server. Come and hang out with our incredible community of people because they're all wonderful people. If you haven't got a membership right now and you think you would like to come and hang out with us, !member, I would urge you to pick a higher tier, but you can join at Hesea tier for just £2 a month. Get yourself in our Discord community. It's incredible. If you join at higher tiers, you get additional benefits and bonuses. So big shout out to all of you people, specifically the people lately who have upgraded to Jarl tier for a chance to be in with a Combat Patrol giveaway every single month, right? We do that every single month. But you guys are amazing. Tomorrow evening will be another Joe and Liam show. We'll probably do a Call of Duty stream on the gaming channel during the day, !gaming, if you want to hang out with us there. Friday, and you'll go, oh, but there's only one 40k stream tomorrow, Liam. That's a bit shit, because we normally get 2. Don't freak out. We'll get the Joe and Liam and Lou show tomorrow night, right? So there will be there'll be the thruple. YouTube's most famous thruple tomorrow night, right? So you'll get that. But on Friday at 4 p.m. is a bonus stream, and I can't tell you the title yet. I can tell you the title tomorrow. At Friday at 21:30, we have another 40k After Dark. On Saturday at 10 a.m, we have another bonus stream, and I can't tell you the title of that one until Friday evening, but on Friday evening I can tell you the title of that one. So there is a ton of content coming up. You need to keep an eye on the channel with the bell notification icon or on the announcements in Discord, because over the next couple of weeks, it's going to get crazy, okay? Keep an eye out. You people are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Lucy, anything you want to add?
Nope.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.